Excuse me, I left my baby on the ground. What are you doing over there? Why'd you lose your hat? Hey, here we go, week 3 of pistol squats, and this is where the videos get a little bit weird because if you're here for the quick fixes on a quick how to get the pistol squat, you're in the wrong place because we're gonna do this right. We're gonna do this right, we're gonna get these pistol squats, we're gonna get our squat position stronger, we're gonna get more mobile, it's gonna feel good. Week 3, let's storm through it because really simple stuff. You're gonna start on your hands and knees. We're starting with some fire hydrants. You guys are gonna be in this quadruped position. Fire hydrants, most of us are pretty familiar with it, but if you're not, you take one leg, you keep your knee bent, you pick that knee up until it goes straight to the outside, hold for a second, and then relax back down. This is warming up and working your glutes, the booty. And we're gonna do about 5 on each side with a 1-second pause. Now, if I face you guys, you'll notice my midline, my torso is not wiggling side to side, no matter which leg I'm picking up. If you guys figured out why it's called fire hydrants, tight midline, I'm not leaning a little bit side to side. Even if that means I can only pick up my knee about this high, that is perfectly fine. You will gain more range of motion as you do more reps. 5 fire hydrants on each side. Try to have a little 1-second pause at the top. It fires up the booty really nicely. Then stay in that quadruped position. You guys are gonna hit some adductor rock backs. The stretch, I suggest you do in the corner, hidden, away from people. I'm just kidding. We're gonna stick one leg out to the side. It does get a little bit spicy. You're gonna start feeling a stretch through your inner thigh. You start feeling the stretch right away, but it feels really good if you kind of start rocking back over that back heel. Gives you a good stretch on the inside of that leg. Take your time. Give me about 3 to 5 adductor rock backs on each side. Have you noticed we're getting all around the hippies? And then last thing we're gonna do, your dragon stretching. This is to get into your ankles. We've done this one already before. Take one leg into a forward lunge, push that front knee over that front toe without letting this heel pop off the ground. That foot needs to stay flat. You can sit up tall. You can sit over your leg. Whatever you need to do to get that knee falling over your front toe. Spend about a minute on each side, working on that dragon's pose there. I would try to get 2 to 3 sets of the fire hydrant into the adductor rock back, into the dragon's pose, just so you get all around your hip, all around your ankle, and we'll be ready to squat away. On day 1's work, you're doing another round of Cossack squats. We've done Cossack squats on week 1. We were using a post. We were using a post in front of you to sit up tall, sit back into that heel and try to get as low as we could go. Now, as we're moving through this pistol squat program, I want you guys to keep trying to challenge yourself on Cossack squats, the goal being to eventually be able to do a Cossack squat with no counterbalance, it looking very nice, flat out on the floor like so. But we're building our way there. Here's another variation you can use if you're ready to move past something like the post. I have a plate triangle on the floor. Illuminati confirmed. This is another good option to elevate your heels and hold the counterbalance in front. So I'll show you guys that full version to start. My heels are on the plate and the ball of my foot is on the ground. And just like I was doing on the post, I want to pretend like I'm sitting back to a chair. As I'm sitting down over that heel, my heels being elevated helps me keep my chest upright, sit really low into that hip. Maybe you need both of these, the heels elevation and the counterbalance, or maybe you just need the heels elevated, or maybe you just need the counterbalance. If you're making progress on being able to eliminate all those little tools that are helping us sit low into these Cossack squats, you're doing great. We're progressing. We're getting closer to those pistol squats. Let's do 3 sets of 8 to 12 Cossack squats. Take your time, work on your mobility, work on sitting back and down into that hip and make sure this foot is staying flat on the ground. After we get through day 1, day 2, super easy, but arguably has one of my favorite pistol squat variations tied to it. I want you guys to start with 1 minute to 2 minutes of box pigeon on each side. Really, 2 minutes. Scrap the part where I said 1 minute. Get 2 minutes on each side. Box pigeon, we went over it in week 1 and week 2, I think. Knee goes on the box, feel a good stretch of that glute. If you don't remember that one, revisit those weeks, stop skipping ahead. And you're gonna use your box or a smaller box or a set of plates to do what we call lateral box step downs. Now guys, The reason this might be my favorite pistol squat variation is it's gonna get you very, very close, if not all the way to the pistol squat that you want, but you being standing on the box is gonna help you stay in a more upright position so you're not like crunched over in the full, like we are in the full pistol squat. So honestly, if you have pistol squats in a workout, don't be afraid to break these out instead of the full pistol squat. The goal of the version we're gonna do today is holding a tempo, holding an eccentric tempo on the way down. I'll start standing on top of the box with one leg hanging off to the side. Now, we're gonna go over this and we're gonna be very picky about it because yes, I realize you could just step down like this, but remember what we're trying to do. We're trying to do a pistol squat. You look at my foot right now. Nah, that's not gonna work. We are trying to take a 3-second count from standing all the way to the bottom and work on what we're doing in like our Cossack squats, loading up our glute muscles, and just like how we squat with 2 feet on the ground or with a barbell on the back or any of that, we sit our hips back, down, and that foot stays flat as I'm controlling my way all the way to the ground. Guys, I'm on a 20-inch box right now. It's pretty challenging, especially for my short little legs. 1001, 1002, 1003. If we cannot control that 3 count on the way down and you look like this, 1, 2, 3, grab a lower box. Grab a stack of plates or put a plate under you right here. Just something to lessen this distance so we can work on controlling all the way through the full range of motion of that squat, or as much as we can get right now. 3 sets of 5 tempo lateral box step downs on each side. Holy crap, my video just cut out, but I realized we got all first 7 minutes of this. So your bonus stretching on day 3 is stretch of your choice. If your hips are tight, do some more box pigeon. If your quads are tight and you feel like your hips are crunchy, do some couch stretch so you can get in your quad and your hip flexor. If your ankles, if your ankles crush, holy crap, it keeps doing it again. Last thing, sit in the bottom of a squat for 3 minutes. Why? Because we need to get comfortable here. If you guys need a small counterbalance, like a little plate to hold out in front of you, do it.